Hello everyone, this is JPCB, your trusted PCB partner. Today, we will introduce the three routing modes of the PCB router in KiCad. KiCad's PCB routing offers three basic routing modes: walk around, push and shove, and highlight collision. Routing is the most commonly used operation in PCB layout. In KiCad, you can start routing by using the icon on the right toolbar or the shortcut key. X, just click this icon or press X to begin routing. We've already covered this earlier. If you right click on the router icon, you'll see the three routing modes right here. Actually, any icon with a small black arrow in the lower right corner can be clicked to reveal more options. We can see that there are three types of router. The first one at the top is the highlight collision mode, the second is the push and shove mode, and the third is the walk around mode. Below that is the interactive router set. Let's first take a look at the highlight collision mode and see what it's like. We'll select the top layer and then start routing. When we draw a trace, it won't affect the existing traces, but if the traces are not on the same net and they cross, the existing trace will be highlighted to alert you that there's a crossover between nets. This prompts you to route elsewhere, helping you avoid accidentally creating a short circuit. However, the router will prevent you from placing this trace. For example, even if I left click now, it won't let me place it, the trace can't be placed, and it just highlights. But you can change this to allow placement by right clicking and selecting interactive router setting. Right now we're in highlight mode. In highlight mode, there's an option here to allow DRC rule violations. Let's see what happens if we select it. After we select it, you can see the trace is highlighted, and now it allows you to place the trace, which could cause a short circuit. Even if you abandon it, it still lets you place it. In general, we don't set it this way to avoid accidental short circuits caused by misoperation. Now let's take a look at the next mode, which is push mode. Let me check push mode. What is push mode? Let's draw a trace from the top again. When it crosses another trace, instead of just highlighting like before, it will directly push the existing trace aside. This is push mode, and it can cause the original trace to be moved and become disordered. So, what is the advantage of this mode? The advantage is you don't need to manually route around obstacles. For example, connecting from here to here, it automatically pushes other traces aside. This saves effort but can make wiring messy. There's also a specific setting for this in the options called pushover bias. Let's right click again and select interactive router settings. Now we've already selected push mode. In push mode, there's an option here called pushover bias. What does this mean? As you can see, I haven't enabled pushover bias. Here we have a via, and when I draw a trace to the via itself stays in place while the traces next to it move. This is what happens when pushover bias is not selected. Now let's select pushover biases and see what happens. Let's use another via as an example. See, this via moves, it causes the via you placed to move along with it. So you should choose this option based on your actual needs. In most cases, vias are placed in predetermined positions, and you don't want other traces to cause them to move. So generally, we don't select this mode. Next, the third mode is walk around mode. Let's take a look at walk around mode. So what is the walk around mode like? Well, it doesn't move the existing traces. Instead, it tries to find a way to route your new trace around them. In most cases, we use this mode by default because it ensures that the traces we've already drawn won't be moved. This way, it ensures the neatness of your routing. For example, if you've already routed these traces, drawing new ones won't move them like in push mode, which can make the traces messy. That's why we use walk around mode by default. Alright, that's all for today's content. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you everyone.